Right, as per requested, I'll be doing a quick showcase of two of the mods that you guys are requesting for me to make a tutorial of. Right, so the first one's AOS system. Essentially, the AOS or Arrest on Site system is just a simple mod where like a HUD is displayed on top of your HUD. Essentially, it brings up a VGUI DOMA frame, but you cannot click on it. So, as an example, when you type in such AOS, a menu should pop up something like this, where you can add in your offenses and, well, yeah, I have to add in one more, I believe. So essentially, you can grab the play that you want to do. In this case, we'll just get some bots in. Uh, Hang on. There we go. So if I were to do an AOS system on him, I'll click on his name. Let's say he did treason, and let's say here we want to detain him, so he doesn't get away. So put it all the way to 10. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it says 10 there. You do add AOS, and it says treason. And essentially, it does what you want. Now, if you try to add it again, it will say you haven't selected a player, so it checks for that, so you don't do it. Now, if I were to, let's just say, if I were to, well, let's say I wasn't whitelisted at all, and I don't know, I didn't have access to this. If I try to type in such AOS, it says I do not have permission to use the system. It uses a ULX table or a ULX whitelisting system in order to identify who can use it in a Steam whitelist system. That's an inefficient bit though. You can also, depending with which game it you use, you can also link it with dark-up-p categories, or simply with team tables for other game modes. So if I were to remove AOS, it removes it, and that's that. Now, that's only the AOS. Essentially, you can do it as many times. Let's say I want to arrest myself for insubordination, and let's say I'm a level 2 or 3, 2. I can do that. Let's say I wanted to update it but not remove it. I'm just going to just simply choose another one, and and it'll just update itself. Now, that's the AOS system. As for the event system is kind of different. It's much more efficient in terms of how it runs, unlike the AOS system, which I wish I kind of had have done at first. But essentially, type in slash objective, and it comes up with this little menu. Essentially, it's saying this box equals the title. So the very first title you want to put in, such as such as defend the ship, and the actual primary objective, which is kill the rebels. Now this has 5 options. One of them is to end the event, so the whole HUD's removed, and there's no objective set. It doesn't make sure it doesn't do an error. So if I end the operation, or let's say we want to brief, you can do start briefing, and it'll show up here. There's a 1-second delay in terms of in between per event, which shouldn't really do too much. But this is so you can this is because the thing doesn't the variables don't update automatically or as quickly as I want it to be. So we have to deal with that. Oh, we can't have to deal with it. Let's say you set an objective. Let's say you want to say, I don't know, attack the rebel outpost. And let's say you want to say, well, when you attack the rebel outpost, you want to make sure they capture their HVT, who is a general. So you can set objective, and it will add it, and it will change it to white, saying the current objective. Now, let's say they failed this. Let's say they failed this objective because the rebel general got away. So, you'll say objective failed, unacceptable, stand by for further orders. Just switching one thing there. Yep. Then say we attack tentative 4. Find Princess Leia and secure her. And reset the objective. Let's say they completed it and they want to RTB. So this is where you can do end operation, and it would say operation finished, return back to base for exfil. So essentially you could say if you did not complete the objective, then it still is finished. If you did, then operation finished, etc. Let's say you want to end the event. Let's say it's an on-ship event. You can do end event, and it'll remove itself. That's the idea of how the system runs. And that's pretty much the objective system and the AOS system in a nutshell.